Hello, this is Ruth Ann. Welcome to my channel. This is my December edition of Perfume Empties. I have seven actually to go over with you today. Most of these are smaller size bottles, but they are kind of mainstream perfumes. So I'm just going to get started. First up, I have Jennifer Lopez JLuxe. I purchased this probably 2 years ago in a Christmas gift set that had several of this size perfumes. And I've been very underwhelmed by all of them. And I, quite a while ago, looked on eBay, and it looks like I think all of them that were in this set were discontinued because the prices have skyrocketed. And I can't recommend this perfume. It's kind of a nighttime sultry, musky, patchouli type of scent. I think it's supposed to be, like I said, a nighttime date clubbing kind of scent. It's sweet, honeyed, plummy, jammy kind of a fragrance. You know the kind. There are 1,000 of them out there. And there's no reason to spend money on this one. It doesn't last very long. It's okay. I don't really like the scent very well. It's got a harshness and a sharpness to it that I really didn't like too much, but I did wear it. And I wore it specifically for the purpose of using it up. And I'm sure as perfume lovers, you kind of understand that if I really hate a fragrance, I won't wear it. I'll get rid of it. But if I only slightly dislike it, I will wear it and use it up. And then I just have saved the bottle in order to tell you guys that I don't recommend it. I'm sure some people like it, but I didn't really care for it. Plus, thankfully, it didn't last very long, maybe 3 to 4 hours. Okay, next, I have another celebrity scent. This is Rihanna's Rebl Fleur. This one is very, very well known in the perfume community, and I'm sure all of you are very familiar with it. So this is a chocolatey, sweet fragrance. It's known for being strong and also projects really well. This is probably one of the best bets you can get for a sweet, sexy kind of a clubbing fragrance, but it can also easily be a daytime, everyday kind of fragrance. The primary note I get on this is chocolatey, and I don't know if it's just me and my body chemistry, but the chocolate is really amped up in this fragrance. So it's kind of a jammy plum mixed with chocolate. And when I spray it on, I always think chocolate covered plum. And that's how I interpret it. That's how it smells. I would never eat a chocolate covered plum. I mean, that sounds kind of weird, but imagine the smell, and that's what this smells like. It's gorgeous. I really like it. This is just a small size, probably a 1-ounce bottle. You can get these very inexpensively. This is a tester that I got on eBay, probably for under 20. Next up, I have its sister. This is almost a twin sister. So this is Rihanna Rebl Fleur Love Always. And I've seen other reviewers on YouTube say that they smell exactly the same, and I disagree. This one is a little more sultry, a little more musky. This is like a chocolate-covered plum. This is a chocolate-covered plum going out at night. It's got a little more sultriness, a little more depth. It's darker. It's almost slightly gothic, but I would say it's still 75% of Rebl Fleur. And I think that's why it's often referred to as being exactly the same. To my nose, they're not exactly the same, but they're not cousins, they're sisters. They're pretty close. And would it be worth having both? I'm not sure. I enjoy having both. I thought they were different enough to own and enjoy both. The only thing I dislike about these perfumes is the bottle. I really dislike how they're narrow at the top and wider at the bottom, not at the bottom. Now, of course, they sit nicely on your shelf, so they're nice and stable, but they take up too much room. So they're disruptive in that way. And I think only really true perfume lovers would understand that. And I'm sure that you understand it as well. But it doesn't make me dislike it enough not to continue owning it. Next up, I have Alrehab's Soft. I've talked about this perfume before. This is a cross between Britney Spears' Fantasy and Pink Sugar, Aquilina's Pink Sugar. It's got fruitiness that you see in Fantasy, but the sugar is amped up to the point of Pink Sugar, like. So it's like if the two of them had a baby, it would be this Alrehab Soft. These little bottles, 35 mils, can be had very inexpensively. I picked them up on eBay. I'm sure that they're available on Amazon as well. Very pretty, very girly, very sweet. This is like toothache sweet. But sometimes I'm in the mood for this, to be honest with you. And I really do enjoy it. And it lasts and it projects. When I wear this, my husband will be able to smell me throughout our home. So it's really, really beautiful. And it's a very affordable alternative. However, Pink Sugar is cheap and so is Fantasy. So I'm not really sure if there's a benefit to this one. But it is very pretty. And I do recommend it. Next up, I have Philosophy's Amazing Grace. Now, I had just had this in a haul video not too long ago, and I used it up. This one is also very highly hyped in the YouTube community. I remember I've seen some very renowned YouTube perfume channels talk about this being one of their signature scents. And this was a gift. This was given to me by a friend. Because when I've tried it at the store, I've always thought, oh, this is not worth the hype. It's just not special enough. And after having gone through the whole bottle, I will say this about it. It's easy wear. I can't imagine anyone disliking it. It's a very powdery, baby powderish kind of white musk. It's very simple. It's long lasting. It projects. It's very soft. It's very feminine. It's very powdery. However, I still don't get the hype. I think that Lovely by Sarah Jessica Parker is more interesting than this. I think a lot of powdery fragrances are more interesting than Amazing Grace. It lasts a good 6 hours. It's easy to wear. However, I found it just boring. And I wore it, and like I said, it's kind of a just around the house, nothing really to do, maybe running errands kind of a fragrance, but it's too boring for me to ever want to buy it because the price on these Philosophy fragrances, in my opinion, is too high, at least this one. And this, I believe, is their foundation scent. It's their most popular one, at least it seems to me like it is. You see it everywhere. It's just everywhere. And this is just my opinion. Keep in mind, and my opinion doesn't matter much. So take it for what it's worth. But I found it to be boring. It smells nice, but not worth purchasing again, in my opinion. Next up is Live in Love. And this one is by Oscar de la Renta. So I'm a big fan of the house of Oscar de la Renta. I really like the fragrances. I have not yet worn, well, I take that back. There was one I didn't like, but only one out of all their fragrances. And this one I really enjoyed. This is very shampoo-y. It's like a citrus in the opening, fresh and citrus, and that dies down. And then what you're left with is a fresh shampoo scent with a touch of citrus. And I really like that scent profile because I feel like it can be worn safely in perfume-free zones because you just kind of smell like nice shampoo. And with the mixture of citrus and fresh, it's just really pleasant. And it's not really soapy, it's more shampoo-y. And I just find this to be absolutely delicious to wear. And these Live in Love fragrances, I have New York and Paris. I just get addicted to them, and I will go on a spree and just wear them and wear them and wear them for days. And lately, we all have stress in our life. And when I get really stressed and things, I'm not interested in wearing a really complex, deep, dark, moody fragrance. I want something uplifting, fresh, and that's going to be pleasant. And this is definitely that. Live and Love is definitely easy, refreshing, pleasant. It ticks all those boxes for me. So this has many flankers. Obviously, it's been popular, and I highly recommend it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I already have a backup bottle. And I have one more here. This is, I'm going to have to read it with you. This is Pure Musk. And I believe this is by, oh, you guys, I don't remember. I don't have it even on this bottle. It doesn't say. But I will have it in the down box below. I'll look it up and put it in the description. Pure Musk. This is a beautiful white musk. It's also very sweet. It's a little soapy. This to me is clean outdoors, sunshine, sheets on the line, drying in the sun. And it's just absolutely the purest, cleanest white musk without being boring. So there are white musks that are so dry that they get boring. This one has got a little bit of, I don't want to use the word moisture, a little bit of humidity, a little bit of sweetness. It's just absolutely gorgeous. When I would wear this, my husband would say, "Oh, you smell like a beautiful bath. Like you just got out of just the best luxurious bath on earth." And this is the travel size. It came with the box that had the full size in it. And I just used this up while I was traveling. So I've been doing some weekend traveling and things like that. And I really enjoy this. So I put the full-size bottle closer to the front of my perfume shelf so I could use that up because I really, really enjoyed this. It does not have, it's a Middle Eastern fragrance, but it doesn't have that funkiness that some Middle Eastern fragrances have, at least to my nose. This lasts for hours, 8, 9, 10 hours, spray it on before bed, still smell it in the morning. It's very affordable, absolutely beautiful. And again, I will have the manufacturer in the description below. All right, so that's it for my empties. I'm going to be filming also today a haul video, which will not be too long because I only have 4 or 5 fragrances for that. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.